Yes, sir. Call me Mr. Staster. Mr. What's up? It's your boy Mambo with the Big Dog Command Room. How you doing? We in the building. It is the Week 13 reflection. You know what I'm saying? With your boy Mambo. Special. Okay, I don't know what that is. Sorry. You know, y'all get the raw and unedited. It's like, nah, it's raw, but it's not. It's raw, but edited. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I might edit it out. I don't know. Anyways, I'm here with the Week 13 reflections, man. I'm sorry about the last video. Actually, I'm not sorry because that was just really how I felt. I'm not gonna feel sorry for how I feel. But the video was very long. You know, there was the post-game thoughts about the Giants and Commanders game. And I just felt how I felt. And, you know, to be honest, although, you know, a couple days have passed, I've been busy with stuff and life and everything. I'm actually in a great mood. You know what I'm saying? That hasn't bothered me, like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, retrospectively, I am still mad about that, like, you know what I'm saying? Because contrary to popular belief, the Giants are not that good. They're good as well coached, you know what I'm saying? But they're not good, as I said in the last video. And I'm not, and trust me, I am not trying to dismiss any talent that they have on their team. They have Saquon Barkley. They have Kayvon Thibodeau. They have Dexter Lawrence. You know, McFadden. Who was the other guy? They got Evan Neal. They got Andrew Thomas. There's another dude on defense that I'm trying to think of. I think Martinez, but he might be a free agent. I don't know. But they had some players. But it still, compared to our team, from top to bottom, you know what I'm saying? This is not a better team than ours. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that is why I'm extremely disappointed in why we lost. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, there's a difference between coaching, good coaching, and bad coaching. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I'm not about to sit here and rant again because that's not what y'all deserve. That's not what y'all need. Y'all want to talk about something different. So, I don't even really know what I want to talk about. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, we're just going to just flow with the flow. Go with the flow. I just want to, first off, just talk about, I guess, the reflections of the season so far. You know what I'm saying? With how we've been doing. And was it what I was expecting or not? You know what I'm saying? So, was it what I was expecting? Let's see. So, initially preseason coming in, of course, with the free agency, since Ron has gotten here, like, you know what I'm saying, he has been a very cheap guy. You know what I'm saying? I say this like I'm gonna say stuff that's very, like, you know, it's gonna sound harsh, but it's just very matter of fact and frank and real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Since Ron Rivera has gotten here, he's been very cheap. You know, with his free agents and, like, you know, paying, well, not paying players. He's done well with that, paying players that's here, has been already been here, and guys that he likes. But since he's gotten here, as far as free agents, he's been extremely cheap. But at the same time, he has gotten the best out of the players that he's gotten. I say that to say, you know, we gotten guys like the likes of J.D. McKissick. We've gotten guys like Logan Thomas. We've gotten guys like Wes Schweitzer. You know, the guys that have stuck around and really been the key pieces for us. Charles Leno, Bobby McCain, to name a few. You know what I'm saying? And like, since Ron Rivera has been here, he makes a lot of decisions that, from like an outside looking in perspective, like if fans were GMs, like if we were like if it was like one GM and like all the fans were just like a conglomerate of a GM, like, you know what I'm saying, we would probably all make the same decision, like, you know what I'm saying. We would be like, oh, let's get this person, let's get this person. We had unlimited cap space and all that. This would be the idea. But knowing Ron Rivera, he's not going to make that decision. He probably will do the exact opposite of that, if anything. You know what I'm saying? Or he's just not going to do that at all. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that, you know, going into this preseason, and even from the past 2 years, from experience, that we know about Ron Rivera. You know what I'm saying? So coming into this preseason, although every preseason, because it's like Christmas, like in May, well, not in May, what is it? Christmas in March. You know what I'm saying? What is that? Is it March or April? Like one of those days. Although it's Christmas and spring. Like, you know, I came in that Jane, of course, like, you know, with the expectations and excitement that we were going to, you know, go after players that we really need. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like positions that we really need. Free safety, corner, D-line, offensive line, guards. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that wasn't the case. You know, of course, Ron Rivera, you know, he went around, you know, telling everyone, you know, that we needed a quarterback. You know, the whole thing that we needed, like, you know, was a quarterback. You know, all we had to do, we had the team built around and it's ready, and we need a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And he couldn't be further from the truth about. He couldn't be further about the truth about what we really needed and how he went about it. You know what I'm saying? Man. And I can't fault him for that, because that's his opinion. That's what he thinks. Like, that was his idea of what we thought the team was. And for sometimes it's just like a business. Like, he's kind of a GM slash coach. You know what I'm saying? So he's working inside of a business. Like, you know, it's one thing to work inside of a business and not, you know, work on the outside of it. It's like it's a term, like, you know what I'm saying, for entrepreneurs, where it's like, and people in general, like, you know, this like kind of working, like, have a business where it's like you're working in your business but not on your business. You know what I'm saying? So you're in the culture of it, you're in the grind of it, you're in the internal function of it, but you're not seeing the external appearance, the actual workings, and, like, you know, the effectiveness of the business, like, you know, because you're so tied into those eternal affairs. And sometimes I feel like that's what Ron Rivera is like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not that many, I feel like it may not be that many people that's in there that tell him, like, yo, some of this stuff may not be working. You know, some of this is working, some of this is not. You know what I'm saying? Now, I say all that to say, at the end of the day, effectively, at the end of the day, we're 7-5. So Ron Rivera is doing something right. You know what I'm saying? It may not be what I want. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. It may not be what as fans what we want, like, you know, what we expected. But Ron is doing what he can do at his best. And Ron is a good coach. I wouldn't say he's an elite coach. He's the best coach of all time, like, you know, but he's definitely somebody that we need right now, and somebody who we really needed at this time. Like, at the time we got him, it was just like, you know, the girl that they got kicked out of the house. You know, you ever seen the Tyler Perry movies? Every Tyler Perry movie, this is the same. It's literally the same. You know, the girl get kicked out of the house by the abusive boyfriend. It starts raining, and then this guy, like, that met at the bus stop or somewhere, like, he come and pick her up, and then he take her, and they fall in love, and, you know, then they get married, like, you know, to her 5 kids, and, you know, that's how it goes. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how Ron Rivera was to us. You know what I'm saying? We was outside. We was in the rain. We was what 3 and what was we? We was 3-13, I think, or two and some one of them. Like, you know what I'm saying. We was outside in the rain. We ain't had no like clothes. We barely had clothes on and stuff like that and everything. And Ron came with his braids like what's the dude? Shamar, is it Shamar Moore? Or, I don't know the dude. Like, you know what I'm saying. I'm just being goofy. But he came and saved us and changed our season around. We got Chase Young. He was D Roy, like, you know what I'm saying. My boy D Roy. He got the defensive rookie of the year. We went to the playoffs the first year. Like, he brought that culture in that we need to win. You know what I'm saying. And we've had that ever since. And like, we really have needed that. And it's like, you know what I'm saying. I really can't see like currently the candidates, like, you know, that's like, you know, on cue for the next spots, like, you know what I'm saying. I really can't see who. I mean, I don't pay attention to that, and this like, you know, to be real, but you know, like, you know, just in general, like, I can't see anybody else coming in filling this spot like how Ron Rivera has done. He's been very timely, and despite the things he's gone through, which is amazing, with, you know, fighting cancer, losing his mother, and dealing with Dan Snyder, you know, issues, and players like, you know, family members passing, and uh, 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 you know, all kind of stuff. Man, it's just been crazy. Like, so he's handled it as best he can, and I'm grateful for him. Like, you know what I'm saying. Y'all will hear me express my frustration with Ron Rivera, but at the same time, in the same breath, I will express my gratefulness for him. Like, you know what I'm saying. So it is what it is. Uh, yeah, man. So I said all that to say he makes a lot of decisions where it's like, what? Why did you do that? Like, you know what? Like, you know. But then at the end of the day, I've talked about this before, but it's like at the end of the day, in the long run, it's a solid decision. Now I can't say that this season. So, you know, like when we were in the off season, we were looking at free agency. We need to get some linebackers. Oh, some lot of linebackers in there. We got shout out to my boy Pedro. Like, he was on it. Like, you know what I'm saying. Just like, we need to get a linebacker. We need to get safeties. We need to get this. Rico, like, you know, from Street Scores, same thing, same deal. You know, my boy Juan, same thing. We didn't get a single one of them. We ain't think about it. We didn't get AJ Johnson. We didn't get we definitely when we get what's his name? Daggone, I just saw his name. Um Boy from the Seahawks. Dang, what's his name? This is gonna bother me. I'm sorry, y'all. NFL. What is his name, bro? And I guarantee you, as soon as I click on the daggone roster, I'm gonna think of it. I could see his name like in my head, like in his face. What's his name, bro? God dang. Bobby Wagner. I knew I was gonna remember. Dang it. Man, we ain't get. Of course, we weren't get Bobby Wagner. We wasn't getting any of these linebackers for real. But we tried. You know, we wasn't gonna get a Elijah Khan, whatever, who went to the Jags. We wasn't getting any of them for real. But we needed one. We needed an athletic linebacker. We didn't need to get John Boston back. Like, we got him, and it was just like, you know, was we supposed to cheer or something? Nathan Gary, where the heck is he? Practice squad, special team guy. I think I saw him one time this year in the actual season. Khaleke Hudson. Like, I mean, we didn't sign him, but he's been on the team and he hasn't done nothing. I want to see Milo Eifler. I wanted to see Bryce Notre, but we cut him. I want to see Harris, like, you know what I'm saying, Dijon Harris, like something like that. But you know, I would say this year that decision of not getting a sufficient amount of a sufficient linebacker depth, like, you know what I'm saying, has hurt us, like, you know what I'm saying, especially in these last 2 games. Um, where it's like, you know, we knew this was gonna happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, God forbid, you know, our linebackers get hurt. And sure enough, Cole Holcomb messes up his foot and has to have surgery and is out for the rest of the year. And now we have one linebacker out there, basically, majority of the time. You know, John Boss is out there, but, you know, that is a terrible decision. And I don't want to be pessimistic. Don't get me wrong. I'm just reflecting. And it's stuff that we already talked about, you know what I'm saying? I'm just talking, you know. That's a terrible decision. Cutting Eric Flowers, you know, okay, losing Brandon Sheriff, that was gonna happen. Cool. Cutting Eric Flowers. And I know y'all probably see where I'm about to lead to. Cutting Eric Flowers. He was a dog for us, you know what I'm saying? Out of space, on the run game, everything that we needed, he was doing. We got Andrew Noel. I was cool with, because I thought he would be decent, like a replacement for, you know. But I thought he was going to play right guard. I didn't know he was going to play left guard. So I didn't know. That's me. I didn't know. And then we ended up getting Trey Turner. But we talking about quarterback. I have a long day of whatever I had to do. I take a nap and I wake up to the fact that we had traded for Carson Wentz from the Indianapolis Colts after 1 year of him being there and being traded from the Philadelphia Eagles. Biting $28 million of his cap space for our cap. Out of the, I think we had 35 million. I think 30, somewhere around there. What are we about to do? Who we about to sign now? What talent are we about to get with $5 million in the National Football League? I guess it was Trey Turner. I guess it was Andrew Noel. I say the best signings was F.A. Obata. I like F.A. Obata. You know what I'm saying? I like the English accent. I like the vibe. You know, his play. That probably was one of the best signings we had. You know what I'm saying? Who else? I don't really remember anybody else we signed. But we did all this, like, and I've talked about this before. All we had to do is rock with the guy that we already been rocking with. With Taylor Heineke. He's the perfect just placeholder. As much as you talked about, oh, we just need to place a quarterback in the middle. Who was we going, if we didn't get Carson Wentz, who was we going to put in the place, you know, like, until we got that guy to place in the middle, you know? This, as much as we talk about how bad Taylor Heineke is and all that stuff, he does decent enough job to get the job done. You know, we just need to execute. And that goes from players to coaches to the whole unit. You know what I'm saying? But for us to just give up all this cap space for nothing, just to end up in the same place that we were at right now, it's just so stupid. I mean, but I mean, I guess in the long run, this is like, wouldn't you rather take the risk than not know? You know what I'm saying? So I guess I respect him for trying. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Um, you know, everybody was so excited about Carson Wentz's arm, which I was excited about too, in a sense. You know, but I wasn't excited about the whole situation, just knowing the reputation. Now, Carson Wentz is a good guy. I'm not gonna fault that, like, you know what I'm saying. But like, he hasn't been playing up to par, like, since we got back, like, since he left the Philadelphia Eagles, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, since he left Philly, man, that's been like, a thing. Okay, yep.
What the hell?
God damn. But yeah. What was I saying? Sheesh. Okay. Okay. But yeah. I was pissed off with the Carson Wentz signing, bro. I was so mad because I'm like, bro, he sucked. And I don't think he's not a sufficient quarterback. He's not like he can't throw or nothing like that. He has the talent. He was doing this thing with Philly, but the way it ended there it was time for him to move on. And then he goes to Indianapolis and he did a fairly decent job, but it's like it didn't work out there. And so they want to move on, and we ended up with these sloppy thirds. It's like I never even heard of sloppy thirds. Ain't no sloppy seconds. It was sloppy thirds. Like what? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just pissed off. Like, why are we getting this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could have been good with our own stuff. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. For like, there's rumors that that was Dan Snyder's decision. It wasn't Ron Rivera's decision. It was Ron Rivera's decision. He watched the film and he got all mad and had the little dramatic days of our lives, like expression and walk out of the room. Like that was a really weird time, like in this season, like you know what I'm saying. But anyways, I'm tired, bro. It is what it is, man. The past is the past, man. We reflecting on it. Okay, let me look at the schedule. I just wasn't happy with that decision, and I feel like we could have went after some other guys like Marcus Williams, but I think he's been injured with the Ravens. We probably could have got a corner. We could have got linemen, linebackers, anybody. So it is what it is. But at a certain point, our team was playing sufficient enough. Our team was playing how I wanted it to play. You know what I'm saying? Against the Eagles, against other teams, this is what I expected. And then there was other times where it was just like, yo, what is this? And that's specifically more toward the beginning of the season. That first game, that was amazing. For how we turned it around and came back and persevered. Loved it. That's the jab. We got that dub. The Lions, that looked like some crap, but we only lost by 9, even though we just looked like we just didn't even belong in the NFL. Didn't even need to play, It was what it was. They still have a tough team. The Lions are not going to sleep on. They took the Bills to the ends of the earth on some stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. The Eagles, apparently, they only scored on us, in the second quarter. So, we left them scoreless, and we scored 8. So, if we could have figured out how to score more and not get sacked, we would have been straight. The Cowboys game, it's fluky calls, man. We could have got a couple picks on them. It is what it is, man. They always get the calls when they at the Cowboys. It is what it is. I don't care. Y'all got it, Cowboys fans. Whatever. Y'all got it. Good job. Y'all won again. Good job. You're supposed to win. Stupid. Um, Titans. Y'all already know. I ain't gotta mention it, man. But it's just those simple things, bro. It's just simple things. Simple football knowledge, simple football instinct. If we act on it, if we are aggressive on it, we're able to accomplish this, then we win. You know what I'm saying? Matter of plays. Game of plays, game of momentum. You know what I'm saying? Start turning around with the Bears, man. Wentz's last game as of late, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the future holds, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Then Heineke finally came in. And we start going on this win streak. You know, he did his thing against the Packers. Probably one of his best games. Uh, Probably one of his best games. You know, 2-1, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. It was rough in the beginning, but you know he pulled it off at the end. The Colts game was insane. His fourth quarter comeback was crazy. The dude is clutch, man. I don't like if clutch was a stat, like, you know, he has it. Like, I don't know if they can calculate clutchness or whatever. They got calculation for everything. You calculate clutch. Taylor Heineke is there, bro. Like, so it is what it is. Love that game. Love the ending of that game because I really thought we was gonna lose. I was been stressed. And I've been really stressed about all these games except uh, I actually wasn't stressed in the Eagles game. If y'all want to talk about a fun game, the Eagles game was a fun game to watch. Like, you know, cause not only because we won, but it was just how we played and just how happy the boys was, man. That was a fun game to watch. The Commanders, the Texans game was boring, you know, cause they just suck. Um, the Falcons game was kind of boring a little bit, but it was stressful. Like, that one was really stressful. I was mad that game. So all these games I've been stressed. Like, you know what I'm saying, majority of them, except for the Eagles game. You know, let me see. And it's just like really all the ones we should have beat the Lions, should have beat the Titans, should have split between the Eagles and the Cowboys somewhere in there. Like, you know, at least one of them. Should have beat the Vikings. And that was it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we should have beat the Giants. Like, you know, we should be 8-5 right now going into the bye week. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm happy that they have a chance to rest and kind of get their mind right, recenter, refocus, have a lot of stuff to work on. Cause it's like now it's just like we need to just kind of like, you know, it's kind of like when you in school and you like you been kind of on the go, doing this, doing that, doing this, and doing that, and like, you know, you finally have a chance to just kind of sit down and be like, all right, let me look at all my work, what I actually had to do, what's due, what's needed to be done, and get to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we doing. And I was just talking about that, like, you know what I'm saying. At this juncture, at this point in the season, I don't know. I probably it's better just to win maybe a couple more games. But at the same time, I was just like, we'll see. Like, that has always been my kind of, since last year when we had Ryan Fitzpatrick and this season, it's always been like, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Especially last year. But this year, like, you know, we had gotten new players. We had gotten better players. We have a better roster. We have a more mature roster and stuff like that. But even with Carson Wentz in the offseason, they got a lot of people. Everybody was like, I think that's why a lot of people were just like, we need to put Hunter, we need to put Sam Howell, we need to. That's probably why a lot of people feel that expectation or whatever, because they got caught up with the. I didn't. I'm like, we'll see how the game go. We'll see how the games go because we actually had to play other teams, like competitively, like what I'm saying. So we'll see how it go. And as it turned out the way I expected, you know what I'm saying? Nah, you know, I mean, it is what it is. This is like every week for us. Like we've lost that edge to be like oh, I expect us to win every week, or you know what I'm saying. We'll see how it goes. You know what I'm saying. This might be a tough week, but we'll see how it goes. Like every week is like I don't know, and it's been like that. But I mean, there had been points where it's like you be like, oh, we might lose this, you know what I'm saying? Or we gonna lose. I know we gonna lose. But now we're at a place where it's like, oh yeah, I expect us to win. We should win this, or we'll see. We'll see this week. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? And that's how a lot of it's been. Like what I'm saying, the past 3 seasons, it's like we'll see. So we're doing a lot better than how we started the season and what we expected. Jack Derea has been doing an excellent job, except for this past game. Scott Turner, y'all know how I feel. I did a whole hour rant on that. Ron Rivera, love him as a leader. He needs to do better with challenging and stuff like that. That Heineke throw where it was called a fumble, I feel like that could have been challenged. Even if we lose the timeout, what's the hurt of trying to find out? It is what it is. We can't do nothing about it, man. We cannot do nothing about it. So it is what it is. Will we go to the playoffs? We will see. I don't know. All I know is we need to beat the Giants, and we should beat the Giants. We should have beat them last week because we're better than them. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care about y'all talking about this daggone. We looking in the mirror. Stop all that. What? Do y'all realize y'all insulting yourselves? That's like, oh, I'm looking in the mirror and you looking at like daggone Norbit, like, like I'm looking right now. I'm looking into the mirror and I have a bald head and I have glasses and I have a mole and an ugly nose. No, stop insulting yourselves. Know who you are. I showed y'all. We have 5 dudes that run under a 4.5 on our offense. Regardless of our offensive line, we have 5 dudes that run a 4.5 under 4.5 on our offense. We have a dude on our defense that runs a 4.4. We have 3 dudes on our line that have over 7.5 sacks. I mean, over 7 sacks. We have a guy on our offense that has, like on our defense, that runs a 4.4, 4.5, whatever, has 3 picks. We have a dude that should be a Pro Bowler, should be a All Pro in Cam Carroll. We have an emerging number 1, at least number 2 cornerback. I'm sorry. Like, what did the Giants have? What mirror are we looking in? Maybe our styles of play. Is that what you're saying? We stop that. We don't think and dunk like. What do oh, I'm in trouble. Like, I mean, fair enough. I can see that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I might have contradict myself. But at least Daniel Jones run. Like, Taylor Heineke don't be running like he used to. But even then, bro, it's like, we have way better receivers. We can really break open a daggone team. We could break open a game if we wanted to. Our defense is way better than theirs. Our secondary with Benjamin St. Juste is way better than theirs. So for us to say looking in the mirror is just disrespectful to us. Stop that. But anyways, bro. We'll see how this goes, man. You know, I don't expect any gimmies. Hopefully we do beat these. It's cool that it's gonna be. It's cool that we gonna play the Giants at night. Um, I might see if I can go to that game. You know what I'm saying? I will see. Uh, the 49ers, they got Jimmy Garoppolo might be out. I don't know. I don't really care. Um, we might have a better chance of winning without him. We still could win even though he's there, but it just depends on their defense and like how their offense is running that day and how our defense is playing. But that's that. The Browns, that all depends on that all depends on Deshaun Watson, man. You know, they might have a better chance of beating us with Jacoby Brissett, but you know, who knows? I paid him $200 million. And then the Cowboys, man. I just wanna beat the Cowboys. I don't even care if we go in the playoffs or not. If we can beat the Cowboys, we win the Super Bowl. Let me stop. But that's pretty much it, man. I was just talking. I don't know. And then this guy comes in. Hey guy. Hey guy. Hey guy. Yeah, I was just talking, man. Like, you know, just kind of sharing my perspective on things. You know, I'm gonna try to do something cool, man. Like, you know, of course this is a reflection, so just give me a second. Hopefully he doesn't do nothing stupid, but I will be back in a second. Ah! Leave it alone. Yeah, what I say? Yeah, man. Get go somewhere. Sit. Sit. I didn't. Okay. So, like I said, you know, of course, with every reflection, man, win, lose, or draw, I guess we get it all this season. You know what I'm saying? We take some time to think about it, take some time to, um, you know, see what's right, what's wrong, and we grow from it, and then we move on. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we take it up, and we ball it up, and throw it in the trash. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. You need to go somewhere. Yeah, man. That's that, man. The week 13 reflection is over. You know what I'm saying? And we move on to this bye week, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you some pregame thoughts about the bye week and who we need to look at and what type of team this team is we're facing. I'm just playing, but I don't know. I might do some Saturday, maybe Saturday, and then I'll do something Sunday. Just something funny. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what like what kind of shoes is telling how they gonna go to buy for the bye week. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. But you know, grateful for y'all, man. Please, 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 like, comment, subscribe. Definitely subscribe, bro. Trying to get to 30 subscribers by the end of the month. Please help me do that. Help me accomplish that. If you're watching that, please don't just ignore that. Tell your friends about me. I think I'm funny. I don't know. I guess I am. I'm random. I'm informative, I think. You know what I'm saying, as far as football knowledge. Still learning myself. Love football. But it is what it is. But until next time, it is your boy, Mambo, with the Big Dog Command Room. And I will see you next time. It's your boy. Hey, the Big Dog Command Room. Say goodbye, Stro. Oh, okay. You're not going to say bye. Are you going to say bye? Come here. Say bye. Say bye. No. Look. Look. Get out of my face. Look. Okay. Anyways, peace. Anyways, peace, love, and hair grease. Why you hold them?